Hey there, Clarinerds. It's been a while since I've done a video for you guys, and we've just been super busy here, and I'm trying to straighten up a little bit. It seems like it's about as effective as trying to sweep the ocean back with a broom. But we do what we can. Anyway, this video is mainly concerned with you taking the responsibility to avail yourself of the information that's already out there, to educate yourself for one simple reason: to protect yourself. Now, I've had a lot of clarinet players send me instruments that have had all kinds of problems, especially tuning issues that need to be corrected over the years. And then clarinet players call me up with questions about problems they have with instruments. And you wonder, well, why did they buy these instruments? Why did they buy this equipment? And the reason is because that brand is on everyone's lips, or a whole bunch of great players endorse all this equipment and stuff. But then when you look at it, you find they buy stuff like, for instance, bells that are 15 to 20 cents flat, that on the bell B, they just don't work on the horn. Or barrels that have bores that are pea shooters that are shrunk up, and other things. And then you'll find that they'll buy clarinets where the tuning ratios are completely out, completely wacko, and predictably so, because that's very common to the model that they bought. But they tested the instrument, the name was there, and so they bought it, and then later they ran into the problems. So you don't want to do that. You want to save yourself some money and save yourself some anguish and save yourself from frustration by actually having knowledge enough to test an instrument correctly. Now, 10 years ago, I wrote this little book here. It's called The Educator's Guide to the Clarinet. It's a complete pedagogy of the clarinet, and it's in two parts. The first part is what should be done most efficiently behind your nose. And the second part is all about clarinet equipment. And the first chapter, I think it's the first chapter in the chapter on clarinet equipment, is an obscure little chapter that has a very arcane title. It's called How to Test and Select Clarinets. And you can, of course, apply that to any piece of equipment. In that chapter, it goes through how to test for resistance in a clarinet, how to test for response, how to test for stability in different areas. It talks about how to test for tuning ratios. It analyzes what tuning ratios are. It gives you an idea of what tuning ratios that you find that might be problematic on the clarinet that are fixable and improvable, and what tuning ratios are not. All that is knowledge. It's been out there for over a decade now. Knowledge I didn't have as a young clarinet player, and knowledge that people didn't have really until this pedagogy was completely organized. And it's objective knowledge. It's not meant to sell anybody's clarinets or promote anybody's clarinets. What it's meant to do is to give you the tools to intelligently evaluate something, separate from all the hype, separate from all the fancy recommendations from people that are big stars or whatever, so that you can make an intelligent decision about any particular piece of equipment. Because you don't want to pay a lot of money for something that is a complete problem for you. I've seen people pay hundreds of dollars for pieces of equipment that actually are not nearly as good as the equipment that came with their original instrument. And, sometimes people get a little upset when you tell them that they've sunk their money into something and they've been a sucker. But the truth is the truth about a piece of equipment. And so this is a very frustrating thing, and I'm hoping that some of you will actually take the energy to look into this, I recommend this because I don't know any other really organized and ordered source out there that really will give you the information that you need, the objective information to do the things that you need to do to make the intelligent choices for equipment. Again, this doesn't sell anybody's clarinets. It doesn't promote anybody's particular agenda. It simply gives you the tools of evaluation so you can figure out things for yourself. You can decide for yourself and judge a piece of equipment based on how it actually performs, not on how it's supposed to appear or because of advertising hype. So, it's been so frustrating to me to see people having spent their money and then they come to me and I tell them that either what they've got really can't be fixed or it's going to cost them more money to fix it, and they've already sunk a whole lot of money into something that really was overpromised and is underdelivered. Save yourself the heartache. Get some education, okay? Learn something about the clarinet. Learn how to really test. Learn how to gain knowledge that's going to help you, it's going to save you money, and it's going to make you able to pick the really great piece of equipment that you need to pick in order to perform well. Okay? So, I know this is not a popular message, and I know you never hear this in America, but, I know it's probably a controversial message. And, of course, we never have any controversy here in America. So, anyway, thanks a lot for listening, and get smart.